Hey, welcome to Let's Try Empire of Sin. So, this is a new game that was just released yesterday, actually, published by Paradox. And it kind of tries to be this XCOM style game in Chicago 20s, where you build a criminal empire. But I know a lot of you will immediately wonder how it compares to XCOM and XCOM 2. And while this isn't really a review, if you are looking for a tactical challenge, that's not really what Empire of Sin will give you. I can tell you that much. With that said, we are going to play a bit, so that I can show you whether this game is worth your time or not. And then you can decide yourself. So, before you start playing, you have to pick who you are going to be. And there are quite a few characters to choose from. Each one will have a boss ability, which is basically an ability you can use in combat. They will have an empire bonus, and they will have a diplomatic bonus. And a lot of these boss abilities are really powerful. For example, this one right here. There's a very, very similar ability in XCOM, and it's extremely powerful. This one is really damn powerful as well. So, let's go with this guy, why not? Now, there are 5 different difficulty levels, but even on the highest difficulty, I don't think the game is very hard if you are an XCOM veteran. And also, there are some pretty bad exploits that allow you to pretty much bypass the majority of the game. Okay, so this is what we start from, a conversation with the mayor.
Mayor Thompson, I'm surprised to see you at the Dunbar Club.
It's Bill to my friends.
Is it wise, Bill, for the mayor to be seen in an illegal gambling establishment?
I don't know, Daniel. This is Chicago. There's a chance it might win me the election by a landslide. I wanted to come by in person to say I was sorry to hear about your father.
I thank you, Bill, but I get the feeling you're just buttering me up.
I'm just coming to meet one of my favorite constituents. I have a soft spot for charitable organizations, which is what you seem to have become, giving free funeral services to half the ward.
It's my parlor, my business. It's what he would have wanted. It's a family trade.
Doesn't sound like business at all. Not one that lasts long, anyway.
Who else would they go to, Bill? You? Dump Grandma on the steps to City Hall?
Maybe Grandma drank too much of your fine hooch. Maybe she got on the wrong side of a debt in your casino. Maybe Grandma had to moonlight in your brothel to make ends meet.
People have their vices. It's an unsavory business. But I am a businessman.
I was hoping to speak to Jackson the businessman rather than Jackson the humanitarian. He seems the smarter of the two.
I'll check if he's in. What's your request?
I have some issues in my administration at the moment. There's an opportunist, Mr. Jerry Johnson, who doesn't share my vision for the city. He's threatening to go to the papers. I'd like you to stop him before he impacts my re-election campaign. Just scare him. Nothing too extreme.
How much can the city spare for this important work?
I thought you had the interests of the community at heart. Aren't I the community?
Why doesn't the community put its hand in its pocket and see how much it has to spare?
I'll give you...
How generous.
Bet it on the wheel. You might get lucky.
Have you given thought to endorsing me as a committeeman for the 2nd Ward?
Daniel the humanitarian, sure, but Daniel the businessman.
It's fine when Daniel the businessman needs to get his hands dirty.
Well, that is his business. Now is not the right time. With the election, we need discretion.
Fine. I'll take care of your opportunist. Hand over the cash.
You help me, I help you. That's the deal. Call me when it's done. You can trust me, Daniel. Now, is there a back door out of here?
Never trust the guy who says you can trust him.
Sure. Let me show you out.
Alright, so here we are. And we can actually go through the tutorial, why not? I'll show you how the game works. I have obviously already done that myself. So this is obviously us. Right now we are just in the middle of the street. We can move around. I can't actually do whatever I want right now because we are doing the tutorial. But the tutorial is pretty decent at showing you what's up.
I know right where you can find one.
Now we'll enter the building. So this is the kind of area you will do most of tactical fights in. So close in small spaces, just generally speaking. And most of the fights are not exactly challenging. I mean, it really depends on what you're comparing them to. But I know a lot of you played XCOM quite a bit, especially on highest difficulties. You can't like even begin to compare that. Okay, so right, I can't actually use last rides here, which is fine.
The action bar is below. In combat.
Yeah, this is like still the tutorial. We'll just take a shot at that guy.
Assholes. Each character has 2 actions.
Yeah, you get 2 action points per turn. Now I can use last rides if I want to. That requires 2 action points. And it will use, like, basically your remaining ammunition.
Using cover is or half cover.
There's obviously cover, half cover, and full cover, similar to XCOM.
Gotcha. Moving.
Nice shot, bro. You can also use melee, so I could hit this guy, but then I would only have 60%.
There could be no other end.
Alright, sometimes you get loot, no loot here, because again, that's just the tutorial. And then I can decide whether I want to take over, ransack, smash up, or raise this place. In this case, we want to take over.
Taking a place over costs less.
And you can also choose what kind of racket you want this to be. We are keeping what it was originally. That won't cost us anything.
Now this racket's yours.
There.
And that's how it's done. You want something? Take it. You're gonna need some guards to keep.
Yeah, so now we can enter the screen to manage this place. And we have security, deflect, ambience, and word of mouth. And we can upgrade each of these categories. This up here is how much money you have at the moment and how much you're making or losing. Then we got alcohol, date, and notoriety. So for now, let's upgrade security because that's what they want us to do. And we can also pay to rush it. There. Then we can upgrade ambience. Yeah, more customers, more money. Same thing, rush. And there we go. So we can enter that screen by clicking down here anytime we want. For now, we are going back outside.
The gunfire attracted some of the local criminal talent, and they're looking for work.
Yes, local talent. Here we can actually recruit people, and we will definitely do that.
Gangsters range from professional hitmen to you'll find gangsters looking for now. Hire your second crew member.
And the other person.
Gracias.
Done. So you can look at who you can potentially recruit Although I don't think I can do it right now in the middle of the tutorial. Yeah, right here. Black book. I just can't do that right now.
Got yourself a squad. Just in time, too. Your new speakeasy isn't gonna last long without alcohol. It's the resource that makes your world go round. Just so happens Ronnie O'Neill's got a brewery close by. Let's take it over.
Alright, now we can zoom out to the world map.
Where it is.
All right.
And here's a brewery we can take over. So that's where we're going. And you can move around while you're zoomed out. And we can zoom out all the way and basically see the entire city there.
Alright.
So here we are. Now we can go in and take over.
Kill this piece of shit.
And they're rolling, baby.
But sometimes you will also get to fight on the actual world map in the street.
Expecting you.
You won't always fight inside the building.
Funerals.
Okay, so we can just open with last rites. Honestly, this ability is really powerful. And there are quite a few really strong abilities like this in the game. So this guy is not actually dead. I do have the option to execute him. But I don't think that's going to be necessary.
Understood.
Let's see if we can finish off with the other guy. That shouldn't be too hard. Only 65% from this close. Well, it does have a few things in common with XCOM.
Of course.
Now, Maria has a different weapon. So this one actually has burst fire because it's a submachine gun. Which means the 52% chance to hit applies to 3 different shots. Which means your chance to hit him at least once is higher than that.
You'll need more than a few guns to take out Ronnie and his guards. Luckily, the black market's got everything you need.
Right, so here's the black market. This is where you can buy some equipment. In this case, we can grab... What can we grab? We can grab a first aid kit. Can't go wrong with that. There are also bandages and some other consumables you can use in combat. Like this one restores 30 health each round for the next 3 rounds, but it's quite expensive. This one gives you a chance to resist all negative effects for 3 turns. There's dynamite, but it's a little bit pricey. Nerve tonic, that's even more expensive. Some weapons. But yeah, we can't afford any of those.
Now take over Ronnie's brewery.
So now we can take over the brewery.
You need to move in the
So same as before. Pretty much all of the buildings I've seen so far are pretty small inside. Some of them are a little bit bigger and have several rooms, but really not much bigger. I would compare it more to Chimera Squad, really, in terms of scale of tactical combat. Sometimes you get to fight outside, but that isn't really that much different. Anyway, let's see. I could just use Last Rise right away if I want to, which is not a terrible idea. Here, that will kill one guy right away. I don't think you can reach the others, so we'll just move into cover. Over here. I can take a shot at the guy in the back, but we could also overwatch, that's an option.
Entendido.
Only 11%. That's probably not worth it. But Overwatch has a limited range as well. Still, they will often run towards you. Some of them will be melee, and they try to hit you in melee. Just something to keep in mind. Alright, so... let's take a shot at this fella. That's 64%. And then we could... oh, nope, that's a miss. Then we can hit him with a shotgun. Yeah, let's go with a 95%. Even if he shoots me back, he can't do enough damage to kill me. So this is fine. We also have shotgun blast, which is kind of an AoE. But right now we just want to hit this one single guy. And then we should be able to finish him off, hopefully. Yeah, if I stand over here, I will be able to finish him off.
I'm on it.
The other guy will probably hit Maria, but that doesn't really matter too much. So in that sense, the game is quite a bit easier on the tactical level compared to XCOM and XCOM 2. In XCOM and XCOM 2, you would never want to leave your characters just like that in the open exposed. Not to mention, the AI in this game is pretty stupid. The tactical AI, at least.
All right.
I would say it's definitely worse than AI in XCOM. And that's not to say AI in XCOM is brilliant, as you probably know if you played it.
Understood.
Well, anyway, we just got one guy to finish off. It is pretty easy to get flanked and flank other people because of how small these areas are, so that's one thing. As I said, I would more compare it to Chimera Squad in terms of tactical combat.
There could be no other.
And even then, Chimera Squad was definitely way more sophisticated in terms of tactical combat. So we did get a revolver here. That should be an upgrade.
Take this racket over too.
And we are taking
Free
over.
to set up a racket of the same type you took over.
There we go.
It'll cost you to
Enterprise storage. Yes, Enterprise indeed.
Fucking happy about it. You should stick to working with stiffs. This is pointless. When you decide you want to talk face to face, you know where to find me.
So now we got summoned for a sit down with the boss.
Got it.
And this is the part where you can actually skip fairly large chunks of the game.
business. They usually take place in a boss's racket, but they
And I don't want to spoil too much, but
zoom out to
like
the world map.
some of the game mechanics,
All right.
the way they work, they allow you to skip large chunks of the game. It's a little bit weird, actually. And sit down is one such mechanic. You can definitely just go from safe house to safe house. As in, later on, this is just the start of the game.
Half a saint, Daniel. Racketeering doesn't suit you. You got the wrong type of hat.
And the fights with the bosses aren't really that much harder. So what you can basically do is go from like a slightly tougher fight to a slightly tougher fight and bypass a lot of other things.
I'm far from saintly.
Right. You've been stealing my rackets. And saints ain't usually thieves. But if you don't learn to play by the rules, you're gonna be seeing angels fucking soon.
Every empire comes to an end, Ronnie. One as measly as yours wasn't going to last long.
Is that right? You might want to watch what you say. I ain't afraid of getting the floors dirty.
I'd rather you didn't. They're gonna be my floors soon.
You surprised me, Jackson. You got edge. So I'm gonna give you one more chance. Give me back my rackets, or you're gonna find out firsthand just how deep Lake Michigan goes. What's it gonna be?
Alright, let's just fight him because we'll be fighting him anyway.
Much rather.
That will be the result of this conversation either way.
If it's fisticuffs you want, Daniel, then I'll tell you what. It's your funeral.
Doubtful.
This is a boss battle in the literal sense.
Yeah, so this is the boss fight. And it's a bit harder than regular fights, but really, it's not that much harder. Especially if you got one of these OP abilities, like we do. But let's back out here. We'll make him come for us a little bit later. For now, we can kill some of the guards. And then we'll handle the boss later. This way I have full cover, and he cannot flank me. So then we'll kill this fella right here. 85%. 65 if I go back here. but that will give me full cover.
All right, let's go.
So let's maybe do that. Nope. Well, he tried. 54. And there's one more dude all the way in the back as well. Just something to keep in mind. This would be the best spot for Maria. That way nobody can really flank her. Hopefully we can kill him. Nope. But that's okay. Again, even on highest difficulty level, tactical combat really isn't that hard. Again, I'm comparing it to XCOM and XCOM 2. Because I know that's what a lot of you played. That's what a lot of you watched me play. So there's no need to reload right now. We will want to reload before we use last rites. And I mean, I could just use it right now if I really wanted to. So let's say we use it right now. We could even use it on Ronnie. We got 69%. Yeah, so that's pretty strong, as you can see. And you can just spam that ability a lot. And that's just one example of how OP some of these abilities can be. I mean, again, if you played XCOM and XCOM 2, you know just how good abilities like Banish were. And this is even better than that. So this is like a stronger version of Banish. I'm just saying. We're pretty much as good as done because these guys are cannon fodder. Okay. Now it does have a cooldown, which means you can't just use it every single turn. But that's okay. We're almost done here. This should do. And I think we need to execute the big dude. Bye-bye. Yep, now we are done. We killed the boss. So now their entire empire is yours. And you can see where I'm going with this. If you can beat a boss in a fight like this, you take over their entire empire. And that's one of the main ways to bypass big chunks of this game. Sure, these fights are harder, but they are really not that much harder. If you're an XCOM veteran, you will have no problems with it whatsoever. I can tell you as much. So you do have a small brewery in your safe house, in case your actual breweries get shut down. Yeah, this is our empire at a glance. We can see everything that's going on here. Here are all the rackets we currently got. Here are the customers.
You can increase customers by upgrading your word-of-mouth advertising, locating next to
Yeah, like he says, we can get more customers by upgrading word of mouth and ambience.
The finance tab gives you an overview of
Here's finance screen.
and spending.
We can see what's going on there.
Alcohol. The alcohol tab
And
gives you an
alcohol.
overview on what's being made and where.
We can see what we are making and where.
Here as well, and how they can be improved. Looks like you just got a mission. Get a better look at what you need to do by opening the...
So now, if I want to... yeah, I don't really want to go outside just yet. So, I can go through all of my places and upgrade some of them. I could upgrade alcohol production at my safe house, but this is basically backup, in case your brewery gets shut down. And it might get shut down through various events, for example. Here's the mission screen. So our objective right now is to hold 5 rackets.
You can toggle completed missions. Close the mission screen. You need to get moving.
And that's basically
Well, that's up
the
to you,
tutorial
boss.
done, I think.
You got the tools to take.
Yeah, that's basically the tutorial.
Okay.
That's the game in a nutshell. So now as we play, we'll do some missions, we will meet other bosses. So do your part. Talk Jerry out of going to the papers. Let's go talk with Jerry then, shall we? We can see that he's all the way over there actually. So quite far away. We could attack some other building on the way. Like this one. We will be going through there anyway. So might as well.
Okay.
Okay, here we are. So this one is difficulty 2 out of 5. And this is an empty building, which means we can either loot it once we're done, or we'll have to pay to turn it into a proper business. And we can see there are a bunch of guys, but that is not going to be a problem.
Okay.
For now, let's go with Overwatch here, because they will move. So like that. We got full cover on this side. Overwatch again.
Moving.
And yep, one guy is moving in with melee.
Damn it!
And of course we missed. So even though that was a crit, we took 20 damage out of, what, 84 health? So really, that's not so much. And this is on the highest difficulty. Let's see if they will trigger any more Overwatches. Yep. There we go. One hit, but that's okay. And he didn't even hit us in melee.
Moving.
I'm not even trying very hard in here. Unfortunately, you don't start with grenades. That would be nice. Okay, not much point using last rites here, because I don't have too many of them in my line of sight. We'll just take a regular shot at this fella, and then hopefully finish him off. That will do. Okay. So I could try shotgun blast. I got 3 of them. I could potentially hit. There it is. That's pretty nice. And it knocked back one of them. So now he's out of cover. Yep, he missed. Now we can finish him off, most likely. And you do get some extra abilities later on. Each character has a few that you can get. I can show you once we're done with this fight. Okay, so we still got what, 5 of them? Yeah, this is still not a good position to use last rites. Let's save that for now. We'll just take 2 shots at this fella. So now I could still use shotgun blast. One of them is just slightly out of range. I might be better off taking a shot at the guy in the back with 75%. But Maria can finish him off. Let's go with the shotgun blast. There it is.
Damn it!
Only hit one of them, but that's okay. That will take care of him. We got 4 more enemies left. I need them to get into a good position so that I can use last rites. Or I can move into a better position myself. At this point, that's probably better. It's just that it requires 2 action points, which means I cannot move and then still use it. So I mean, I could just use it to probably kill that guy on the left. There's a pretty damn good chance that would kill him. But I'm thinking we should maybe reload. Let's take a regular shot. And then reload, because now I'm out of ammunition. Okay. So I'm thinking shotgun blast again. Nice one.
Damn it!
Now I need to move. So only 21% on that guy on the left. No, I don't really need to move actually. So we only have to hit him once. Oh no, I can't target him from where I'm standing right now.
I'm on it.
Here, this is a decent spot. So I only need to hit him once to finish him off. There we go. And your main guy has a lot of health, as you no doubt noticed. The enemies will do more damage later on, but it's nothing like XCOM where you can get one shot. Especially if you get crit in the face. Alright, now I definitely need to move. Or we can just use Last Rites here. That will kill him. It's not the best use of Last Rites, but it's a really good ability. You don't need to use it in like super optimal way every single time. Okay, double miss this time. That had to happen sooner or later. I think I'm better off with Overwatch here, because one of them might try to move in. Okay, he did not. Yep, now he's moving in. Now we'll have a better chance to hit him. Yep, that's pretty nice. That will make it much easier to finish him off. That's that. So I could heal my guy, but I don't think that's really necessary. I can also punch that thug in the face. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but I didn't have line of sight to shoot him anyway. So we might as well punch him. Let's play it safe and we'll back up with Hugh, because he took quite a bit of damage already.
I'm on it.
And we can use Overwatch.
Moving in.
I assume he will shoot... Oh, no, he's moving. He's not very smart, is he? That was almost enough to just kill him. I assume he will shoot our main guy, which is fine, because he has 150 health, or he won't do anything at all. Yeah, so that's that. That's the fight. We're done.
There could be no other end.
We got a gun and a revolver. So now I could take over, but then I will have to pay to turn it into a proper business. We could ransack it, which would give us some money and possibly some loot. Or we could smash it up. So 25 days is not really a whole lot. I will ransack it just to show you what you might get out of that. There, we got brass knuckles. So not a whole lot. But we also got 156 in money. Okay, so let me just pause the game because the time will run. And we can equip a few things. Now, we don't have any armor or other equipment at the moment, but we did have the first aid kit. We got one in storage. However, right now everyone has at least one equipped. We do have a revolver in storage, which is probably better than the one I'm using currently. Yeah, you can see the damage. It's way better. Much higher crit chance as well. Larger clip size. Larger bonuses. So we are obviously going to use that. Here we go. I don't have a primary weapon to give him. I could take one from somebody else, but that would not be a good idea whatsoever. We can give him the melee weapon. So that's plus 10% chance to knock enemies back, plus 30% chance to crit. We'll use that. And that's basically it. I can always buy something, but a lot of that equipment is not exactly cheap. So not necessarily the best idea. Alright, so let's move on. And we'll go talk with Jerry. He should be somewhere in this general direction. Over here. Let's go have a chat with Jerry. You can also buy a building like this one. We met a new faction. So we can request a sit down. Let's just do that, because why not? Looks like we are going in that general direction anyway. Here's another building with 3 out of 5 difficulty, which really isn't that much harder.
Got it.
Okay, so here's Jerry. Let's go have a chat with Jerry. What's up, Jerry? Where's our other guy?
How may I help?
He's lagging behind.
Of course.
Okay,
Moving.
go on then. We don't have all day. Yeah, this is a bit awkward. We have something to discuss. So we can use persuasion, we can use intimidation. Let's use persuasion. That gives us +1 persuasion skill. There. So let's go to the sit down, because we are basically right here already. Where was it exactly? Right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's do that.
Got it.
Hey, Kingpin, you've got a new talent now.
Yeah, oh yeah, I didn't show you talent
You've
trees.
got 5 teams.
So here are the talent trees, and we can learn
Talents take
one of
time
the
to
3.
learn. So after
Any character within 4 meters of you will bleed out instead of dying when their HP reaches 0. You no longer trigger Overwatch while moving. Regardless of the amount of damage you take, you are now guaranteed to bleed out.
one now.
So let's go for light-footed here,
Talents too.
like so. And yeah, we can take something else for others. Suppress an enemy target. Suppressed target's chance to hit is reduced by 40%. We can take that. And for Maria, place a mark on the target. Marked targets have their defense reduced by 25%. Fire a stream of bullets over the target area with a chance to deal damage to any target caught in the area of effect. So both of these are good. We can go for sweep.
Woohoo!
Alright, let's go to the sit down then.
Monsieur Mickey Jackson, what a pleasure. I've heard a great deal about you.
I've heard my fair share about you as well, Madame Garnell.
Such a gentleman. The oafs in this city could learn a thing or two from you. You are a businessman, is that right?
Yeah, a funeral director.
I'm a funeral director, miss.
Ah, such a tragic business. You must have a good heart to be with people on the worst day of their lives.
Somebody has to help these people. If I don't do it, who will?
Such a humanitarian you are. I am touched. Though some may see you as soft because of this. Be careful.
Heck yeah, we're a humanitarian.
I'm not concerned. What about you? What are your feelings on the people of the city?
I cannot say that I love them, but they pay well at my shows. They do not know me, and I do not know them. I like it that way.
Fascinating, Goldie. Let's just get to the reason why we're here.
Oui. I would prefer this as well, charming as your company is. Now, I have a proposal that would be good for both of us.
Let's hear it.
I have the most popular speakeasy in Chicago, and I know how to draw a crowd. I can make your speakeasies more popular, bringing in more money for you. Oui?
And in return,
My casinos run well, so I want you to help my more discreet businesses. You will help make them more, how you say, secret, yes? So the police will not find them. Help me with this, and I will help you with your speakeasies.
Yeah, so if you take this deal, we will basically get a bonus, or we can say no.
and so I'm not remotely interested in any partnership with you.
Insulting. I invite you to meet and you spit in my face. Very well. The next time you see me will be your last. Get out of my sight.
We'll be seeing each other sooner than you think.
Seeing each other sooner than you think, Goldie.
So now what I could do is go into diplomacy, declare war on her, and then attack her safe house. Which will be a tougher fight for sure, but if I can beat her like that, I will just instantly take over her entire empire. And this is basically how you can bypass a large chunk of the game, especially if you're playing on like a lower difficulty, but even on higher difficulty, these boss fights are not that much harder. It might not be a good idea for me to do it right now, because I still lack some better equipment, and the guards inside will be quite a bit tougher, but I could do it. I could try to spend all of my money to gear myself up a tiny little bit, and then just attack her directly.
Okay.
So yeah, again, that's basically the main way to bypass a large chunk of the game.
You're taking the piss now.
Yeah, so another new guy, we can request a sit down, and he will usually offer something. Some kind of bonus in exchange for something else. And that guy is actually in a different part of the city, so I can take a taxi to get there. That's basically how it works. Okay, let's go call Bill. So I need to go back to my place.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, he can't discuss it right now. Alright then. Well, that part is done now. And I could probably go for the safe house attack once I get one more person and a few better weapons. Should be doable then, even on highest difficulty. As I said, it's not really that hard. Hey, get over here.
Huh?
Yeah, this is just basically another mission. They took over our brewery and now they want money. And he will give us a mission. We can use intimidation to get all of the money without giving him his cut. He wants us to basically get money from a casino.
As you command.
Then he gets his cut, we get our cut, and we get the brewery back. Alright, we finished the training, so now we have suppressing fire. That will actually also be useful if I decide to go for the safe house attack. You are now trained to equip and use rifles. We'll grab that. This is still in progress. Alright, let's check the prices at the black market vendor. So I could afford a submachine gun, but a better way to get some extra equipment is to attack some buildings and then ransack them. Because you will usually get some kind of gear out of that. So, yeah, that building is ransacked, but as you can see, it's only 2 more days before it's reopened.
All right.
And it wasn't that long ago when I attacked it. So yeah, it's a pretty good way to get stuff. Where's the closest building we could go for? Here's another talent. So that's sweep. You are now trained to equip and use machine guns. We can get that. Killing a target grants you a free bonus move. So there's also that. All attacks made against flanked or exposed characters gain additional 20% critical hit. Let's get machine gun training. So that's that. Let me pause for a second. Looks like this is the closest building. Also this one and this one.
Okay.
Let's go for this one. That's difficulty 2.
All right.
And we can ransack it. See what kind of gear we get. But really, if you want to go for the cheesy way to play the game, then that's basically all you have to do. Get just about strong enough to attack the safe houses, and that's what you can do. I don't think it was really intended to work that way, I'm not sure, because you can seriously bypass like 2/3 of the game if you just go from safe house to safe house, if not more than that. I don't think it was intended to work that way, but it does. Don't get me wrong, these fights are quite a bit tougher than this one, for example, which is why I didn't go for it right away, but they are not that hard. Anyway, I think we'll just use last rights here. There we go. Took out 2 of them. Then we got Hyo with the shotgun. So 75%. 65 if we stay where we are. Yeah, we should not stay where we are. Okay, take a shot. Nice one. And he got knocked back slightly. Now we can finish him off with Maria.
Of course.
Most likely. Go on then. She takes a while to aim. Okay, apparently that was not quite good enough.
Assholes.
Now like all of them will move. But that shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, he didn't even hit. And that guy didn't hit either. Okay, he hit once. And as you saw earlier, there are some abilities that basically guarantee that you will bleed out instead of getting killed. So you can play way more aggressively if you pick them up. That's definitely an option. Because you don't care. You know you will not die, just bleed out. There are quite a few ways to make a combat even easier than it already is. Okay, nice crit. So... Right, let's maybe move into cover to not get flanked. I could hunker down, but I don't think that's quite necessary. Let's try to finish off this fella. There we go. Now, we do get notoriety for a lot of these things, and the notoriety is important to get more recruits. Most of them have some kind of notoriety requirement. They won't work for just about anyone. Yeah, this is probably not going to hit him. So it might be best to move up slightly. And then possibly Overwatch. In case they try to move in. Or in case they try to do that. And remember, we are playing on the highest difficulty level. And I'm not even trying very hard, as you no doubt noticed.
As you command.
Okay, back up slightly. 1 HP. The 1 HP curse strikes again. Alright, alright. Here, bit of a waste of damage, but he's down. That's the important part. We are just about done here. Might have to buy a few bandages, but they are not very expensive. Go on. I was actually going to shoot that guy, but this is also fine. 50% chance to possibly finish him off. Done. So now we can ransack the building to try getting some loot. Right, he sustained a severe injury and he will be out of commission for 42 days. After which he will return to your safe house. So that can happen sometimes. We got quite a bit of loot here. We got a shotgun. We got a nerve tonic, which is worth over 2,000. And we got another one that's worth just under 500. So that's just from the actual fight we did. Then we can ransack the building. And we got a hammer. And also 281 in money. Okay. He wants 2,000. No, we're not giving him anything. So now we are enemies with the Donovans, which doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, this is just about equipping items, that's fine. So let's pause for a second and check if we can recruit anyone. Because one of our guys is out of commission. So yeah, we can recruit some people. We got enough notoriety to get this guy. He looks quite fancy. So he has a revolver. Yeah, there's loyalty, there's morale, and there are traits. And you can also see who they like and dislike. So 15, 30... Doctor. Having a doctor might be nice, yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Hi.
Handguns, melee weapons, rifles, sniper rifles. Okay, sounds good to me. Heal yourself or an ally. Restore 60 HP to target character. Yep. So we will have to pay 3,000 up front, which is fine. And we'll pick heal to learn. That will certainly be useful. Alright, let's take over one more building, because we are actually losing money. And while, if you go for the safe house approach, you can basically ignore 80% of the empire management part of the game, you still need to watch your money. And if you choose to not ignore it, then obviously getting your rackets is a pretty important part of the game. Let's just open with last rides. That's pretty much why I picked it up, because it's so good. And we killed 1/3 of them, just with that. With one single ability, I killed 1/3 of them. Alright. So, let's see.
Do this.
Let's take a shot from the flank over here. Not the best shot, but alright. And then... yeah, I don't think can take that guy in cover. Not really. We might be better off with Overwatch here, in case he tries to move in. He might try to help the downed guy. So then we would take a shot. That dude is melee. Okay, that wasn't exactly a brilliant shot. Now, we don't have heal yet, but we will get it fairly soon. Nice shot, bro. How's that working out for you? Alright, let's take 2 shots without moving. I wouldn't mind killing this guy. Come on. Yeah, there's a weird delay. Sometimes, I don't know why, but it's just there. It's a small thing, but if you play enough, it can get a little bit annoying. I could attack him in melee, but it's actually fairly unlikely I would kill him like that. I have a better chance to kill him with a revolver, even though he technically has cover. Yeah, see that delay? It's a bit weird. That's another one down. And we got 10 kills, so now we have a steady hands trait. Okay. Probably best to just take a shot here. We got 87%. Pretty sure we have a better gun we can equip after that fight. This one is kind of weak. 32%. Okay, 60% if I stand over here. Which will make me a little bit exposed. So I'd rather stay in cover and take a shot with 30%. Because that's basically 3 separate shots. We only have to hit him once, because we'll do minimum of 12 damage. There. See, we hit him once and that was enough to finish him off. And now we stayed in cover as a result. Okay.
Got it.
Let's move up a little bit. No need to reload right now. Just take a shot. Come on.
Gotcha.
Nice one.
Assholes.
Hey, where do you think you're going? 47.
I'm on it.
That will do. Just need to hit this fella. Or not. Okay. Still don't really need any reloads. Let's try this. Done. We even hit him twice. So, oh, we got 100. That's what I like to see. Might not be enough for a kill, because I would need to get at least 1 crit in order to kill him with 2 shots. But it will bring him down to like 10-15 HP. And then again, 1 hit from the machine gun, from the submachine gun, would take him out. Yep, very critical, still not quite enough. And he will get 1 more turn. He made it even easier for us. Well, okay. Thanks for your cooperation, it has been noted. Now we have to reload. And we can maybe move up a bit.
Entendido.
The last guy is in the back. So he will come closer. Alright.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just move up to him. Even if he shoots us, that doesn't really matter. Especially since we have a doctor now. And she will get healed pretty soon. This should be enough to take him out, because we got 2 more moves. This should be enough shots to take him out. Unless we get really unlucky.
Oh, that's so good.
Okay, 28. 32%. Let's go with that. Done. Let's check the loot. We got 1 pistol. So now we will take over. And we have 7,500. A casino would cost me over 6,000. But The casino makes you more money than the brothel does, and it doesn't really require alcohol. The alcohol helps, but the speakeasy pretty much requires alcohol. Now we could go with a brothel, which does not require any alcohol, but has lower earning potential. Okay, let's go with that then. The dollhouse, sure, why not? Okay, now I'm losing less money.
Okay.
We can also just go to war with someone else and take over their businesses. That's an option too. So here's another interesting ability we could get. Break shot. Take aim at the target's weapon. A successful hit will break the target's weapon. We can also get heal on our main guy, but break shot is quite good. Let's go for break shot. Okay, so one thing I can do is declare war on Crimson Campeaos, because they are a minor faction, they do not have a boss, and then take over their businesses, because I'm literally just standing next to one. So now we can just attack this place, for example. Yeah, they are attacking me, that's fine, we'll fight. And they are fairly weak, as you can see. Again, these guys are a minor faction, they should not really be a big concern. Yeah, this delay is really weird, I'm not sure what's going on with that. I also equipped a few better weapons, so now I will do a bit more damage. Oh, that wasn't much of a fight. Well, okay then. Now we can attack the speakeasy. They have 3 businesses right next to each other, so taking over all 3 of them shouldn't be too hard. Alright. So let's do this. I might be oh no, I can't use the last rights. Is this like one guy only? It kind of looks that way. Most of the others are customers. Well, goodbye. Oh, I think there's one guard in here? Or is that it? No, that's not it. Hold on, where the heck is the last guard? Oh, in here, right, okay. Fair enough. He will have to move towards us. We might as well overwatch. He will almost certainly move towards us. There's nothing else he can do. Yep, there he is. The other overwatch was a little bit too far away, which is fine.
All right.
Yeah, most of these fights are really easy. The only fights that are kind of challenging are the boss fights, and like I said before, they really aren't that much harder. I can hit him in melee, but that's pretty low chance to hit. Not going to bother with that. Okay, 32%. Let's shoot from where we're standing. He will get 1 turn. The heal training should be almost done. So we'll have that soon. And he's almost dead. Okay. And he's down. So the business is ours. Now I can take the other 2.
There could be no
And we got a nail bat. So a blow melee weapon, and we got a submachine gun. Nice. Take over, and we'll keep it as is. Okay, so go outside.
I'm on it.
We're still losing money, but not nearly as much anymore. So pause for a moment. Yeah, the other 2 are like right next to each other, basically. So this one will be next.
You're starting to run low on alcohol.
Yeah, we're working on it, okay?
There could be no other end.
We got herbal remedy. Restored some health. Okay. We are taking over. Okay. Now we got one more business
Got it.
to take over.
Vale.
Kill.
Is there anyone else or just this guy? Looks like it's just this guy. Good going. Now you'll die. Yeah, see, they are very silly. He's just running, weapon in his hand, and then didn't do anything because he didn't have enough APs left. That's what I meant when I said AI in this game is not exactly good. It's worse than AI in XCOM. And that's not an endorsement of AI in XCOM.
There could be
Okay, done.
no other end.
We are taking over. Alright. And we eliminated the faction. And also completed the mission to have 4 rackets, or 5 rather. So now you could do some management because we are not doing so great on alcohol. The next thing to do as far as like empire management goes would be either to take over a brewery from somebody else or set up a brewery ourselves. You can get yours back by doing the quest. Yeah, this one. Doing this quest will give you your brewery back, so you can do this. You can just go for the safe house, you can take over some buildings. There are things you can do. But that's basically the game. I think that gave you a pretty decent overview of how this game plays. And that was my goal, so I hope you found that informative and helpful. Leave a like if you did, and subscribe for more daily videos. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.